The Seattle Seahawks are making a very interesting signing, adding a defensive back to their secondary. According to Tom Pelissero and NFL Network, veteran defensive back Wallace is signing a one-year deal with the Seahawks. And in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about this signing, what he brings to the team, and why I think it is an excellent fit for Mike Macdonald and what he's trying to rebuild here in Seattle. But before we get into the video, do me a big favor, guys. Comment down below a letter grade for the Seahawks so far this offseason. They've made some really big moves, bringing in Terrell Dotson, Jerome Baker, Rayshon Jenkins, but also adding a brand new starting left guard and some depth offensively as well. So give a letter grade down below, but also subscribe if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we're going to be covering the Seahawks for the rest of the offseason. With that being said, let's jump right into what Wallace adds to Seattle. Now, the first thing you're going to notice when you watch Wallace play is the man is extremely versatile. He adds a new dynamic, which is exactly the reason you would think Mike Macdonald wants him here in Seattle. The man is not afraid to hit, right? He is going to play multiple different positions. He can play a little bit of nickel. He can play a little bit outside. He can play some safety. He can even hop in the box if you really need him to as well. But the number one thing I love about him is his tenacity. The man is a hard hitter. He will, really hit you and really cause some disruption, which is why he is a guy that I really love. There comes a time where, NFL players, they either really love the money or they really love the game, right? And NFL coaches, GMs, ownership, they all are looking for the guys who love the game of football instead of just loving the money aspect, right? Wallace, he's a ball player. This man wants to win football games, and he will do whatever it takes to win football games. Wallace, over his career, has been playing for about 5 seasons, a former 4th-round pick out of Clemson back in 2020. He's only 26 years old, but is, classified as an NFL veteran at this point. Now, he's played for Philadelphia in 3 seasons, Arizona in 1, but also, I think, was traded to the Tennessee Titans this season. Now, this season, in 2023, he had over 89 tackles. 50 of those were solo, but he also had an interception as well to go along with 6 pass deflections. Pretty much his breakout season here in Tennessee/Arizona, but a guy who Seattle and Mike Macdonald obviously view very highly of. Now, Seattle last season needed some work to do to their defense, especially in the passing game. They ranked number 21 in interception percentage, number 22 in pass yards allowed per game, and number 26 in completion percentage, so obviously needed some work to the secondary. Wallace not only comes in here right away and adds someone who can play multiple different positions, but you talk about the veteran leadership, the guy who can come off the bench, be a spot starter if you need him to, if there's an injury to, let's say, Rayshon Jenkins or Julian Love, right? You have to understand, you need these guys who can come in and be those starters, the spot starters. Wallace is the perfect option for that. A guy who is very, very quick, can get off the edge, can sack the quarterback. He can do everything you need him to do. And if you remember, coming out of college, this dude had the perfect NFL build. He was hard charging, wanted to make big hits, as well as a highly determined blitzer, right? This is what makes him special. He can play multiple different positions. He accelerates through the hip as a tackler, which is something you want to see out of your box safeties or even your deep safeties as well, right? He's a punishing striker. He's going to get the football out if you allow him to. I really, really do like Wallace, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, this is a mid signing. It's really not a mid signing, because if he hits his true potential, he could be a very, very deadly safety in the NFL. And in Seattle, they love having their hard-hitting, they're determined, their safeties, right? The safeties are very important. You go back a couple of years ago, we already know, I'm not going to mention the names, I don't want to compare, but this secondary with Mike Macdonald and what he has done in Baltimore, pairing up with these guys that they brought over here, hard-fought, guys who made it out from nothing, guys who really want to win football games. Wallace is one of those guys, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, give me a letter grade down below, let me know what you guys think. And man, am I excited for Wallace. I mean, he goes full steam ahead. Great addition to this team. Love it, man.